Good morning, and welcome to the Thought for the Day for Wednesday the 16th of June. The reading is from Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 10, verses 1 to 10. Brothers and sisters, my heart's desire and prayer to God for the Israelites is that they may be saved. For I can testify about them that they are zealous for God, but their zeal is not based on knowledge, since they did not know the righteousness of God and sought to establish their own. They did not submit to God's righteousness. Christ is the culmination of the law, so that there may be righteousness for everyone who believes. Moses writes about this righteousness that is by the law. The person who does these things will live by them. But the righteousness that is by faith says, do not say in your heart, who will ascend into heaven, that is to bring Christ down, or who will ascend into the deep, that is to bring Christ up from the dead. But what does it say? The word is near you, it is in your mouth and in your heart. That is the message concerning faith that we proclaim. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you profess your faith and are saved. Paul starts this letter to the Romans talking about his heart's desire, and the last verse of the passage begins with the often quoted, for it is with your heart that you believe and are justified. The heart is also mentioned in the previous two verses. In fact, the heart is mentioned over 700 times in the Bible, mostly to love, serve, praise, or obey the Lord with all your heart. But what does that actually mean? In today's scientific modern culture, the heart is a vital organ pumping blood around our bodies, and perhaps in popular culture as the seat of our emotions, as in I Heart New York. But biblically, the heart is so much more. And over the years it's become part of our language. We say, with a heavy heart, the heart of the matter. My heart aches, heart of gold, heart of stone. My heart sank. To lose heart, follow your heart, from the bottom of my heart, and so on. This is because the heart, especially in the Old Testament, includes not only the emotions, but the will, reason, intellect, and conscience. It's the very centre of our inner being, the whole of who we are and how we are. It's hidden from view, although of course the Lord searches every heart and understands every desire and every thought. Modern science tries to separate the thought processes of the brain from the physical action of the heart. And we can try to apply logic to understand our beliefs. We can repeat things by rote and follow the commandments, trying a performance-based spirituality, trying to say and do the right thing. But as we're told in Isaiah 29 verse 13, and repeated by Jesus in the Gospels, the Lord says, these people honour me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Alternatively, when we act purely on our human emotions, anger, lust, jealousy, it never ends well. So we can believe the scriptures with our intellect, but the heart is needed to really understand and to discern. But of course we can't do this on our own. It makes me think of the song, Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord. Don't worry, I'm not going to burst into song. But it goes on to say, I want to see you. We can't see in the dark, but with God's light shining into the hidden depths of our hearts, we can open the door and let him in. Paul is pointing out that everyone can be saved, but only if we believe in our hearts that God raised Jesus from the dead, saying Jesus is Lord, not just the words, but in everything that we say and do. So what about this connection between our hearts and our mouths? Should we say what we mean or mean what we say? Jesus tells us in Luke 6, verse 45, the good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For out of the overflow of his heart his mouth speaks. Have you ever been in a situation where you've had to bite your tongue and try and say the right thing, and yet it still just comes out all wrong? That's when we really have to look into our hearts. Another cue for a song. But what can we actually do about it? Well, we're told in Ezekiel 36, verse 26, the Lord says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And it makes me think of another song, still not going to sing. The one, Purify My Heart, that goes on to say, my heart's one desire is to be holy, set apart for you, Lord. I choose to be holy, set apart for you, my Master, ready to do your will. Modern science is starting to understand that there is a connection between the brain, the heart, and our gut, but it's so complex, they're finding it difficult to explain. Sometimes we just have to go back to the heart of the matter and the foundation that God has taught us. I just want to end with a thought about what we say during the Eucharistic prayer. We hear, lift up your hearts, and we replied, we lift them to the Lord. This is an act of trust in God in the midst of everything that is happening and things we cannot understand, to hold up your heart to God's love in confidence that it will be held and healed and not rejected. So next time you hear these words, rather than say them out of habit, maybe try to think about what you really mean, to lift up your very selves to God. And now I'm going to go and do some more singing. Have a great day.